most intimidating front court you ever faced off against?
Well, I might not go by names, but I might give you just some of the characteristics of tough front courts, Kevin. And any time that you have guys willing to sacrifice their bodies as 3, 4, or 5 men to set screens to open up their perimeter players, you're in for a long night. And ice bags.
Right, a black and blue. And the starting group for the Spurs. Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt. Leonard and Aldridge, the 2 stars at the 3 and the 4. And it's Dedmon in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Curry kicks to Green. Off target with his 3. So it's San Antonio now. Spurs working the ball around now. Pass to Mills. Green, the screen. Leonard against Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Thompson in the corner. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Golden State on D.
You know, give Klay Thompson a tremendous amount of credit for not only knowing his role, but accepting it. I mean, he is the perfect sidekick to go along Steph Curry. And, you know, some people talk about maybe he goes somewhere else to be a bigger star. He is a super. Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
And don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
Green with a screen for Curry. He kicks to Durant. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Well, he has a great ability to lead his man with the pass. Puts him in great position to score.
Mills dishes to Leonard. Back to Mills. Stolen by Durant. 59 seconds left to play here in the first. Good.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Good chance you're getting to phase 2 of your defense here as you make adjustments to try and cool him down.
Fires for 3. Leonard, no luck. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Curry with it. Now Green defending. Fires for 3. Curry can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Leonard. Passes to Mills. Just 5 to shoot. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. On its way from Curry for 2. Misses off the right iron. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, and the San Antonio Spurs
attack and find the open teammate.
There's a lot to be said for knowing, Greg, who you are and what your game plan is, and there may be no other team that gets that better than the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, it helps to have that core of Manu and Tony there as the foundation, and coaches on the floor for each new wave of players that have come through the Spurs organization.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Very physical, very active. Their defense has all the components needed to get stops.
On the court for San Antonio, Anderson is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Ginobili. Then there's Murray. And it's Simmons in at the 3 slot. 4 on the clock. Here's Murray. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, unfortunate there, guys. Just a poorly set screen, and he didn't want to sacrifice his body to spring open his teammate.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Some changes for Golden State. Matt Barnes is checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Thompson in for Curry. And San Antonio with the change here, too. David Lee checked in for Manu Ginobili. Lee sets a screen for Murray. To the middle. count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Simmons.
Nice job working his way inside for the high percentage look.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kawhi Leonard is a low-key superstar. He doesn't have 5 words to say to anybody. He said recently, "I'm not one of the guys in it for the fame. I'm here so I can take care of my family, take care of myself. I love the game of basketball, and as long as I can keep playing and try to get some more championships with the organization, I'll be happy." And that makes him a perfect fit with this franchise, Kevin.
All about the game, D.A. Thanks.
Well, shocker, the Spurs were the best defensive team in the NBA last season. In fact, you look at the difference between them and the average defense in the league last year, and it was not even close.
Gasol setting the pick for Murray. Down low and finished off by Gasol.
And it's really smart to get Gasol moving in these pick and roll plays. He's not only an amazing passer, but a terrific scorer as well.
The drive by Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Draymond Green comes in for West, and Kevin Durant subbed in for Barnes. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the Spurs, so disciplined defensively, they move, it seems, as one out there.
Well, even though their big three has moved on a little bit, the system is still in place. And they can pass along a lot of the corporate knowledge that Greg Popovich talks about with regards to where to be, when to be, and how to be successful.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Golden State. Stephen Curry comes in for Sean Livingston. Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for San Antonio. Leonard kicks to Green. Now here's Leonard. Over in the corner, Green. Here's Aldridge. Rebounded by McGee.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
And so we wrap up the first half.
Fella had it going.
Yeah, and I think the D had a hand in that. They let him get that confidence going very hard to ice him down once he gets this warm.
And the game is constantly evolving, Brent. Most of the time, it's the players who push that change.
Well, I think what the players see is all the possibilities in front of you, Kevin. When you watch a LeBron James, or for 20 years you watch a Kobe Bryant, and all the things that are offered up to him both on and off the floor because of his incredible diligence, work ethic, practice, mentality. The guys want that. They want a piece of that, if not all of that, and so they're pushing the limits of the game.
What about the three-point shooting of Steph Curry? People talking now the kids are just shooting long shots all the time, that he started this whole mindset of that being the ticket.
I think it'll be interesting over the course of the next 5 or 6 years to see how it is that the younger players who are coming up explore the three-point line. The one caveat that I will say, Kevin, is with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, they had a very unique upbringing, both of them being sons of former players. That's not something that all these kids have readily available to them. They're not in that environment. That nature versus nurture argument will be interesting with regards to shooting.
Excellent point. He adds the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Pachulia is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And this Warriors team, so dominant on so many levels. But for me, what energizes them is that fluidity and that unselfishness of their offense. I mean, it's so much fun to play that way, and that joy feeds into every aspect of the game.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we all know about the championships that the Spurs have won, but it's their culture that is admired around the league. Coach Popovich said, "I've been fortunate with the guys I've had come through here. My job is pretty easy when people have that character. You don't have to convince them to get over themselves or to feel responsible to each other. It makes it easier to have a team that enjoys playing together." Evan?
All right, D.A., thanks. Being modest certainly is Coach Pop. He chose the players who fit, certainly. Barnes passes to Curry. Curry with another miss. And the Warriors with such terrific decision-making and ball movement, it's hard to beat them playing old-school isolation offense.
And modern NBA defenses make it hard to score that way. Meanwhile, the Warriors are able to create open looks time and time again with their skill level and constant motion.
Love to see passes to guys on the move that are on target. They don't break stride.
Livingston dishes to Curry. They set the pick. Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Green, the pass to Barnes. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Livingston got it. Good job in the low post. Livingston's got 5.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Fires from deep. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3. And here. Spurs trail by 11. On the court for San Antonio. Manu is at the 2 with Leonard playing the 3. Aldridge out there with Pau Gasol. And it's Mills in at the 1 spot. Warriors leading by 11. Outside Curry. West setting the pick for Curry. Lets it go from deep. And McGee kicks to Curry. The feed to West. Pick by West. Durant just inside the line. Offline from the top of the key. The Spurs shooting around 40% from the floor here. Mills dishes to Leonard. Shoots it up. No good off the front iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
The Warriors shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Curry kicks it to West. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 11.
No hesitation when he saw the space the D was giving him. That's 2.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. And Brent, going back a few years to your formative playing days in high school, you played at one of the bigger powerhouse high schools in California. How did playing on such a team that had such high expectations at that early age help your skill level and your overall basketball development?
Well, going to De La Salle High School, if I really wanted success, I should have been a kicker because the football team was off the charts. But we did have great success in basketball, and I did watch my 2 older brothers play at the school, so I understood what the program was about, what kind of expectations there were from the coaches with regards to accountability.
I bet you would have been a pretty good wide receiver.
I might have been, at least for one play, until a linebacker or a cornerback would cut me in half.
Barry going deep. He's got the ball, and there he goes. And so he hits both.
Second player taken in the 2006 NBA draft, Aldridge has been an all-star multiple times and one of the game's most prolific scorers over the past decade.
Durant kicks to Curry. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Yep, he's going to kill you coming off of those down screens. As a defender, you have to fight over the top.
Here's Leonard. They get the rebound. Mills with it. Aldridge a screen. Back to Leonard. Inside. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. That's good from Aldridge. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Mills can't hit. Warriors have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Back to Green. Outside Durant. The tray. A 3-pointer is right on target.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Well, doing things the right way and not letting up. Straight attack.
Here's Leonard, 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Well, at a time when threes and dunks are the toast of the league, Leonard showing that strong mid-range game can be just as valuable.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the middle, outside for Durant. Pulls up. Durant with another miss. Nobody near Leonard. Another miss by Leonard. And here is Curry. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability. And it's going to be the Spurs off the tip. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt. Leonard and Aldridge, the two stars at the 3 and the 4. And it's Dedmon in at the 5, roaming the paint. Aldridge dishes to Leonard. Back to Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And just dropping the ball down inside, a timely assist.
And the Spurs organization, really the gold standard in the NBA. Greg, they just keep winning.
You have to be impressed with how they've acquired young star talent to kind of carry on that tradition. Usually when teams have their stars retire, they go through that rebuild phase. The Spurs only revamp and reload.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. I asked him where the advantage may be tonight, and he said, our shot blocking sets us apart. Now, we do have to play solid all-around defense, but we have people in the back who can help us quite a bit when we get broken down inside. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, Dave, thanks, guys. What's your take on that?
You know, I think it's probably the way to go. The defensive approach suits their style and their personnel. So I think you go with it.
Yeah, I can see them using their defense as the catalyst for their offense. Force some turnovers, get out in transition, maybe get a couple of easy buckets.
Here is Durant, following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Again, the miss by Thompson. 1:32 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Dedmon. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Great instincts on the assist. Times that play perfect.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Durant with a wide open look. And again, no good by Golden State.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Leonard with the bucket.
And they can up the ante a little bit there after that basket.
I mean, they seem to gain more energy after each made bucket. Let's see if they try to really bust it open here.
Now, here's Green. Left side, Curry. Shot clock at 6. Shot to end this cold run, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Oh, look at that. Just a mere flick of the wrist. So calm and smooth, Steph Curry.
Now, here's Mills, guarded by Kerr. Right side, Leonard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For 3, Durant. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. San Antonio leading by 5. And here is Murray. Outside Leonard. Takes a shot at the elbow.
And Iguodala's ability to match up at a number of positions, that's just a big part of his defense right now.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Spurs lead by 5.
Best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Kerr is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Oh, yeah, great communication. The guys are quick and rotating help and playing with a lot of energy.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. West out there with Iguodala. And there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Curry. And it's Livingston in at the 2. Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Barnes comes in for David West. And it's Klay Thompson in for Steph Curry. Yes, that goes in. Green's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Warriors. Chris, who do you feel is the most dangerous post player with their back to the basket in the NBA right now?
Oh, wow. You know, I'd have to say DeMarcus Cousins. You know, he's not a traditional back to the basket, but he pivots and still gets that space up there. And his pump fakes, his up fakes.
Yes.
He's probably the most dominant big man offensively on the block. And also, I think you got to go back to a guy like Zebo. Yeah, he's lost a little bit of his athleticism, gotten older, but that's the thing about a guy like him. He's never been the most athletic. So being able to score down on that post is a skill. And Cousins and Zebo right now definitely hold that skill down.
Great perspective. Barnes with another miss. Spurs leading by 3. 1:07 left in the first half of basketball. Gasol a screen. Stolen by Thompson. Out to the right wing. Green, the screen, takes a 3, and Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Livingston. Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Now here's Murray. Defense is right there. It's Gasol missing.
After having a 3 buried in his face, he wanted so badly to get back at him, a little payback. He just couldn't get it done.
There's 14 seconds left here in the second. And it's Green missing. Anderson passes to Murray to end the drought. The Spurs shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Free throw good, Murray. So both teams making some changes here. And so Murray nails both of them. And the first half comes to a close, battling hard through the first half. And here are the Warriors now. A 2-point game on the court for San Antonio. The defensive duo of Green and Leonard make up the perimeter. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Mills in at the point guard position.
Well, using his body to ward off the potential shot block. Curry finishes through the contact. Just the end.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Man, so confident offensively. He's helping dictate the pace out there.
Thompson outside. There's a screen. Green with a screen for Curry. Outside, Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Green's got 5 points so far.
I mean, you have to love the awareness of Curry. Sick look to find an open team.
Well, Draymond Green, Chris, has turned into a statistical monster the last couple years.
Well, name someone as unique in the kinds of stat lines that he puts up. Sometimes he'll miss out on a triple-double due to lack of points, but still have 15 boards and 15 assists. Out of any player in the league right now, I can see him coming close to putting up a quadruple-double at some point.
Now, here's Mills. After the miss from Klay Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Curry against Leonard. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Leonard's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, so because no one was there to contest, you're going to just put a little something extra on it. I see you.
Green kicks to Durant. He dishes it to Pachulia. To the inside. Chalk up 2 there. Green's got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Warriors.
Inside, outside, in transition. Draymond's an extremely versatile scorer.
There's the dish to Leonard. Pass to Green. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Aldridge, the pass to Dedmon. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Dedmon's got it all tied up now for San Antonio. Curry kicks to Green. Thompson against Green. Pass to Durant. Takes the 3. The shot comes out. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Pass to Mills. Dedmon kicks to Mills. To the paint. Durant with the steal. And stolen by Aldridge.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, and he reads it all the way, has that slide court awareness you have to be mindful of.
Picked by Pachulia. On its way from Curry for 2. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Probably isn't a better catch-and-shoot player in the game. Steph right on time once again.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Warriors lead by a treat. Iguodala out there with West. Then there's Stephen Curry. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Livingston in at the 2 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. 8 feet away. The Warriors pull it in. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Back to Iguodala. Shoots the 3. No good that time.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Murray with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Leonard against McGee. Aldridge kicks to Gasol. 5 on the clock, and that one is good. Gasol's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Spurs. The Warriors trailing. Timeout called the Warriors.
Timeout. Start it.
Different look here for the Warriors. Pachulia, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for David West. Kevin Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Thompson in for Sean Livingston. The Spurs also changing it up. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Simmons. And it's Mills in for Murray. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. He told them that for now, they have to back off of the three-point line. He said, we don't have to just shoot threes. Let's get the ball in tight for some high-percentage looks inside the paint. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Pachulia sets a screen for Durant. Shoots off the screen. The shot will not fall. Great D that time from Leonard. And Mills kicks to Leonard. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
And a good indication of that, this will be an absolute battle for the entirety of this game. Big bucket. That's how you do it if you're Steph Curry.
Leonard on the wing. Back to Mills. Good! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
And that's what the fans came to see, baby. Tremendous shot in the clutch.
Outside Curry. There's the pass to Thompson. To the middle. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Great resolve there on defense, allowing nothing easy.
Timeout called the Warriors. And here are the Warriors now. Golden State moving it around. 5 on the clock. Here's Green. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I mean, just the ultimate glue guy. Green's strongest asset may be his ability to contribute across the board.
And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
When the score is close, you want this guy on the line.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 2. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And usually you want to go for the 2-for-1 here to maximize the clock.
Green kicks to Mills. Feeds to Leonard. A 15-footer. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Leonard's got the game tied up here for the Spurs. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Outside Curry. No good. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Clay and Iguodala, the potent wing pair. Durant is out there with Pachulia, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot. Leonard the pass to Mills. For the 3. And it's Durant with the rebound. The Warriors leading. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Back to Thompson. Durant in the corner. There's a good screen. 4 on the shot clock. Curry can't get it to go. And San Antonio shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Picked by Pachulia. Curry dishes to Thompson. Inside, Leonard with the steal. And now it's Leonard running. Here we go. All the...
Oh, that ass. Yeah. Wow. Jumped out of the gym.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Green, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And San Antonio also making a switch. Green's checked in. And so it's Golden State with it, trailing by 2. Here's Thompson. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Green. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Got a piece of it.
And it's still within reach.
Well, they need to get a few buckets and a number of breaks to go their way. But it's not impossible.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Oh, my gosh. He's really playing poor out there. It might just not be his night.
And so they foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Curry kicks to Pachulia. A rebound by the Spurs. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
The killer instinct steps up and basically puts this one away.
knocks down the three.
Well, the game is on the line. Who would you rather go to than Steph Curry? Who?
San Antonio calls timeout. They're up by 3. 5 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. And so it's San Antonio with it. And now they foul and stop the clock. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game. Off target. And so it's San Antonio with the win. Some fantastic forwards on the roster. I imagine we'll be seeing them go right at each other in this one.
You know, the forward position is interesting because you got to do a little banging. You got to defend. You got to score. I know all positions you do that.
Got to play out a little bit on the perimeter.
Yeah,
huh?
you got to switch.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of those positions you do a lot, but it ultimately comes down to who can control the paint with their physicality.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The incredible shooting pair of Curry and Thompson in the backcourt. Pachulia is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Durant in at the 3. Shot from the wing. Count it. Thompson's got the opening field goal of the game for the Warriors.
And Green is always looking to swing the ball for the best open shot available.
Kicks it to Dedmon. Spurs passing it around. And here's Mills for 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Floats one up, and it's denied. Outside, Green. Nobody near Leonard. Warriors with the rebound.
3 straight misses to begin this contest and already starting to look frustrated.
Thompson dishes to Durant. Pachulia sets a screen for Durant, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick.
The defender did his job, but it didn't matter. KD just too big, too good.
One of the most impactful free agent moves in league history, certainly Kevin Durant. Greg signing with the Golden State Warriors.
It's sent shockwaves through the league. I mean, we've heard of teams with 3 All-Stars before, but, you know, the Warriors now have 4. And when you look at Curry, Thompson, Durant, and Green, you could argue that each of them are the best at their respective position in the NBA. Well, that is scary for the opposition.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol has checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Anderson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State. Durant in the corner. From outside, off the mark. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Murray kicks to Ginobili. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Gasol. Green with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Gasol's shot is good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
It just talked that one up to a little miscommunication. I'm sure they'll get on the same page.
Curry with it. Fires the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Stephen Curry's release is beautiful.
And so, has to get it done physically. Let's face it, at this point, Ginobili's mostly gutting it out.
Still, you know, though, he'll either beat you or go down swinging. Just a tough individual.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
And they really are just giving them no breathing room out there. They have completely flustered them and set the pace of this game in their favor.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, Murray out there with Simmons. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Lee in at the power forward position. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Iguodala. And the shot falls short this time. Spurs trail by 3.
And this last offseason, Pau Gasol coming over to the Spurs in free agency, it seems to be the exact kind of player that the Spurs would want on their team, especially with his basketball IQ. Pau liked the fit as well, and it didn't take long for him to join San Antonio.
Livingston kicks to Curry. There's the triple. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, LaMarcus Aldridge is going to be the next all-star big man in San Antonio, but he downplays any notion of him as a successor to Tim Duncan. He said no one is going to fill his shoes. There's no pressure, and I'm not trying to be him. Our games are different. I think a pretty good perspective, Kevin.
All he has to do is be himself, D.A. Thanks. Gasol setting the pick for Simmons. Feeds it to Gasol. Here's Murray. Doesn't go for him. West with some nice D. And for Gasol and the Spurs, it was actually another Gasol that was prompting Pau to join the team. His brother Mark told him, go to San Antonio.
And what is strange is that Mark is very much on a team that rivals the Spurs. So I don't think Mark was doing it just so he could battle his older brother 4 times a year. I think he meant what he said with the Spurs. They are a great organization and would probably make the best fit for Pau at the end of his career.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
That free throw missing, so San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Gasol. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Kyle Anderson. Daniel Green, he's checked in for Simmons, and it's Mills in for Murray. Different look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Durant comes in for David West. Matt Barnes is checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Thompson in for Curry. Durant, Aldridge with some nice D. Stolen by Thompson. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Old famous Riverwalk with its restaurants and boats and nightclubs and people. Lots going on. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
He just pounced on this game with a real tenacity. They're going to need that same attitude in this second half as well.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. He adds the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Green is out there with Pachulia, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Although it isn't clear-cut that Curry is the best player in the game right now, he certainly has the best case. Back-to-back MVPs, and Steve, the impact he has on the court is just peerless.
You can throw other names in as well, but Curry and his back-to-back MVPs puts him in elite company. He is quickly rising on the all-time greatest players list. He's earned it, and he has transformed the art of shooting. Well, Draymond Green is the heartbeat of the Golden State Warriors. Up and down in the playoffs. He's definitely one of those guys. His shooting performance was not great, but he does so many other things for the Golden State Warriors. He is very frustrating to guard because he makes plays that will drive you crazy.
Here's Curry with the 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Curry's got 9 points.
The defense challenging the look, but Stephen Curry is just great at keeping his focus.
And with Draymond in the playoffs, he did experience all the highs and the lows. The Warriors as a team followed suit in how he played.
Well, Draymond's one of those guys, when you start to look at his numbers, yes, up and down. But when you talk about a guy that competes and does all the little things, he did it. Win or lose, love him or hate him, you have to respect Draymond for leaving it all out on the floor.
No hesitation when he saw the space that D was giving him. That's 2.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
They should consider trying to get closer to the basket. Right now, the shots they are attempting are just clanking off the basket.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. You know, it's interesting, the classy LaMarcus Aldridge, first drafted by Chicago, then the rights traded to the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, Greg, he was seen as a complimentary piece initially to their stars, but by the time he left, many wondered also, he's now a superstar, but could he embrace a smaller role, especially a smaller scoring role with the San Antonio Spurs?
And it shows how far he came during his time in Portland. Last season, some of the lowest minutes and points per game of his career, but he was efficient, rebounded and blocked shots at a higher clip, and he wanted a chance to compete at the highest level.
Gasol. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And Gasol is a master at utilizing his strength inside, forcing the defense to become physical with him whenever he has the ball in deep.
Paul Gasol is closing in on 40, but he can still play. Great on the offensive end in reduced minutes, and the one skill set he has over all the big guys, he's a great passer.
And Gasol averaging a double-double in his last few seasons in the NBA, all-star seasons, by the way. Steve, very hard to do for a guy his age.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't get mentioned enough with Paul Gasol, his longevity. You forget that he came into this league at 21. He's been in the league over 15 years in this league and has never had a bad season.
Leonard kicks to Ginobili. Passes it to Leonard. He dishes it to Gasol. 6 to shoot. Great D that time from Green.
Okay, that lay-in. He's tricky, but the defense was just too tight on him.
Now, here's Thompson from deep three-point range. And we've reached the end of the third. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with...
We can't forget about the boards.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Spurs trail by 8. Aldridge out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Murray. Then it's Green. And it's Simmons in at the shooting guard. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Aldridge, no luck.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that. And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one.
Shots good by Durant. Durant's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Warriors. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Shoots from the elbow. And good. He nails it.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
That's his shot. And with his size, even the defense up on him, they're still not going to be able to block it.
Green. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And the Warriors lead by 10. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Outside Aldridge. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
You know, that job of getting through screen is not pretty, but somebody has to do it.
Green, the screen. Curry dishes to Thompson. Green kicks to Iguodala. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Pachulia, he's checked in for Golden State. Spurs trail by 8. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. Green, the screen. Aldridge kicks to Dedmon. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 5 here tonight. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Curry dishes to Durant. Here's the 3. Rebound San Antonio.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Shots good by Dedmon.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
So it's the Warriors now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Curry kicks to Durant. Baseline J on the way. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Time running low here.
Yes, in this possession, they have to have an immediate shot, and then they got to foul quickly.
Edmond passes to Simmons. Aldridge kicks to Murray. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. No good from Simmons. And that's an intentional foul. Here's Curry. And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Stephen Curry, a dead-eye free throw shooter.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 8. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What's your take, guys?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Well, maybe the coach just wants a chance to try out a new play here. But I agree, this one is over.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And here's Mills from the arc. And Pachulia pulls it down. So we see the Warriors get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems.